Welcome to episode 10 of my Thanksgiving series where I show you how to make all the different components of a Thanksgiving dinner. Today we're making these gorgeous honey butter rolls. They're buttery, soft, and perfect to go alongside a Thanksgiving dinner. You're going to start by adding 1 cup of warm milk to your mixer bowl and then sprinkle in 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. Add in 1/2 teaspoon of honey and gently mix that with a spoon. Cover and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes so the yeast can bloom. Once it's all frothy, you're going to attach it to your stand mixer and then add in 1/3 cup of honey, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 stick of melted butter, and 2 eggs. Then you're going to attach the dough hook and let it run on low while you add in your flour. You're going to slowly start to incorporate anywhere from 3.5 to 4 cups of flour. Although if you feel like the dough is too wet, feel free to add more flour because we're looking for a dough that's sticky but not too sticky. You want to be able to grab it with your hands and it not just make a mess sticking to your fingers. Then you're going to get a secondary bowl ready by adding a little bit of olive oil. Go ahead and grab your dough and roughly form it into a ball before placing it in your bowl to rest. When it's ready, go ahead and cover it with a towel and then let it sit until it doubles in size. This should take about 2 hours. Your dough should be looking nice and fluffy now. Punch it down to remove any air bubbles and then turn it out onto your floured countertop. Here's where you're going to make the individual little dough balls that are going to be your rolls. So you can either divide this into 8 pieces, 12 pieces, or 16 pieces depending on how big you want the rolls to be. I decided to do 12, so I'm using my bench scraper to divide up the dough and then taking each piece and just kind of rolling it into a nice little ball. My dough balls are not the same size, but if you want them to all be the same size, you can get out a scale and weigh them. But once you're done arranging them on a greased 9x10, go ahead and cover them again and let them rest one more time for an hour so they can get nice and puffy. Then you're going to put them in the oven at 350 and bake for anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes. Now we're going to quickly make some honey butter to put over the top. So I'm just doing 1/2 stick of room temperature butter and squeezing a little bit of honey in there and just whisking that until it's all combined. Your rolls should be ready by now, and when you take them out of the oven, they're going to be looking a little bit dry and a little bit dull, but when you brush them with that honey butter, this is where they really come to life. And lastly, sprinkle some coarse salt over the top and enjoy.